Tom Clancy's Without Remorse is a. Wait a minute. That title doesn't sound right. Tom Clancy's Without Remorse? I feel like most people would not know what that means. Unless they know. I don't know. Tom Clancy seems pretty popular. So, Tom Clancy's Without Remorse is a new movie that just came out on Amazon Prime. It stars Michael B. Jordan as this soldier who, his wife, and his unborn child are killed one day, and basically he has to go on this revenge plot, and it turns out to be something more than that. And yeah, that's this movie. So I remember hearing about this movie for a while now. Michael B. Jordan, I do like him as an actor. I do think he's very likable. I do think he's very talented. And, and I've never really seen him in an action type of movie before. Not counting something like, say, Creed, which is a sports movie. This is definitely his first real foray into any sort of action movie. And Fan Four Stick does not count. So, and I knew, again, like a bunch of movies, this was supposed to go out in theaters, and then it got delayed due to COVID, and then they just said, screw it, let's put it on Amazon Prime. And the movie itself, how is it? Honestly, I didn't care for it too much. Michael B. Jordan, he's good in the movie. He makes the role better than how it's written. You do feel sympathy for him. You do want him to succeed. Also, his action scenes are also really good too. Like, you can tell he's been training for this. Definitely trying to, give, a good performance and trying to do all these action scenes at the same time. It's really commendable, actually. Meanwhile, Jodie Turner-Smith in the movie, she's really good in the movie too as this other soldier who, takes pity on Michael B. Jordan's character. And they work together pretty well throughout the entire movie. And at the end, it kind of teases a bunch, including how she'll be back, he'll be back, and all that. So, I'll definitely be glad to see both of them return if there's ever a sequel to this. As far as what I didn't like, I feel like it's just so generic. A lot of plot threads in this movie just seem like I feel like I've seen them before in other movies, in other better movies. I feel like this was a movie that was ripped straight out of the 90s and they put it in 2021 somehow. I don't know why. For instance, Guy Pearce is in this movie. He plays a villain. Surprise. And it's supposed to be oh, we don't know who the villain is. We gotta find out who it is. You cast Guy Pearce in this movie. He's the villain. I mean, it's not even a surprise anymore when Guy Pearce is in a movie. He's gonna be the villain. He was the villain in Iron Man 3. And now he's gonna be the villain here. And after a while, it just goes after cliche after cliche after cliche. And even though I did say some of the actors were pretty good, mainly Michael B. Jordan and Jodie Turner-Smith, there's it's sometimes after a while it feels like their line reading is not really that good. They kind of just say things that, it sounds like they're tired of it. At one point towards the end, Michael B. Jordan says he has a plan, but the way he says it, it kind of just feels like he's bored. And it's I got a plan. And I'm sorry, if the actors are not invested in this story, how am I supposed to be invested in this? Someone explain to me how that's supposed to work. As far as the other actors go, they're okay. Jamie Bell, he's okay in this movie. Hey, another Fan Four Stick actor in this. The direction, this guy previously directed the Sicario sequel, which I thought was decent enough. But here, it's someone who's never directed an action movie before, and all they did was they saw a bunch of movies from the 90s, and it's oh, okay, I want to do this, I want to do this, and I want to do this. And then they saw random action movies, and they're okay, just do this. And I feel it should elevate itself from the material. Instead, it kind of just makes it very standard. And I feel like everyone deserves better. Michael B. Jordan deserves better, and everyone watching it deserves better, to be honest. I like Michael B. Jordan, and I just feel like this was just kind of a letdown compared to the pedigree of not only him, but also to the source material as well. Also, just change that name. It just sounds really weird, and it makes it seem like Tom Clancy is himself without remorse instead of an adaptation of his story. Oh well. I'll give Tom Clancy's Without Remorse 2 out of 4 stars. Stream it. So, who's your favorite action star right now? Comment down below, subscribe to the channel. This is Pat, and stay safe.